Chapter 5 of Peter Roach's Phonetics and Phonology book focuses on the concept of phonemes and symbols in linguistic analysis. It starts by introducing the concept of phoneme as an abstract unit of sound that can be used to differentiate between words in a language. The chapter then discusses the different ways in which phonemes can be represented using symbols, including the International Phonetic Alphabet, IPA, which is widely used in linguistics to transcribe the sounds of different languages. Roach also explains how phonemes can be analyzed and classified based on their distinctive features, which are the basic characteristics that differentiate them from other sounds. The chapter goes on to explore some of the challenges and limitations of using phonemic analysis, particularly in cases where there are multiple possible phonemic transcriptions for a given language. The phoneme. Speech is a stream of sounds. This stream is composed of segments. The word man consists of 3 phonemes. The word mine consists of 3 phonemes, too. The difference is in the vowel. There is a problem though. Is the vowel in the word mine made up of 1 or 2 segments? The same applies to the first sound in the word, chin. Is an affricate sound made up of 1 or 2 segments? Actually, in both cases, there is only 1 segment, made up of 2 characters. The letters of the alphabet are abstract entities. You cannot see or touch. What you actually see are just representations or realizations of them. The letter A, for example, is an abstract entity. But it can be represented by many ways of writing. Almost the same applies to phonemes. A phoneme is an abstract entity that you cannot see or touch. What you actually encounter is just the realization of that phoneme. For example, this sound can be realized by different ways. It can be aspirated, released, unreleased, or flapped. In some accents, it is realized as a glottal stop. The realization of the alveolar stop in the words t and eat can be represented phonetically in this way. These different realizations of the same phonemes are called allophones. Allophones do not change the meaning in English. Written letters have infinite shapes and sizes. There are 26. But the way they are written are infinite. Alphabet is the basis of writing. Segments are the basis of speech. Speech consists of phonemes which are based on the phonemic system of the language. The sounds produced by speakers are practically infinite. There are different ways of pronouncing the same phoneme. These do not necessarily change meaning. Phonemes, however, change meaning. The words bad and bed have different meaning due to the vowel phonemes. The same applies to the words mat and mate. However, if 2 speakers pronounce the word bad using different ways of pronouncing the vowel, the meaning would still be the same. Phonemic symbols refer to the symbols for phonemes. Phonetic symbols refer to the symbols for actual realizations of speech sounds. Phonemic transcription uses the basic phonemes. It is referred to as broad transcription. And slashes are used for this type of transcription. Phonetic transcription is more detailed. It describes the quality of speech sounds produced. It is referred to as narrow transcription. Diacritics are used with this type of transcription. Each card in set of cards is essential for the specific game played. Each one has a special value and function. Each piece in the chess set is also essential for the game. Each one has a special value and function. The set of phonemes in a language is practically the same. Each phoneme is essential for any string of sounds used in speech. There are some restrictions on the distribution of sounds. For example, these combinations of sounds are not allowed to occur in the same syllable in English. The Phonotactics of English does not allow some combinations of sounds. Phonotactics is the study of the rules and constraints that govern how sounds can be combined to form words in a language. It concerns the permissible combinations of sounds, syllables, and stress patterns within a language, and how they vary across different languages. Phonotactics helps explain why certain words or syllables sound correct or incorrect in a particular language, and it can also be useful in fields such as language learning, speech therapy, and computational linguistics. There are some other features of speech like stress and intonation. Stress can change the meaning. If put on the first syllable in the word import, the word is realized as a noun. If put on the second syllable in the same word, the word is realized as a verb. The same applies to the word subject, object. Here is an example of how stress can change meaning in discourse. Break the record. Record the meeting. Intonation can also change meaning. The rising pitch on the word right makes it a question, while the falling pitch makes a normal statement. Right? Right. The same applies to the word chocolate. Do you like chocolate? I like to eat chocolate. Chocolate. These features extend over the segments. That is why the word suprasegmental is used. This is the next chapter. Go there when in the mood. And if you have an interest in phonetics and phonology, consider subscribing to my channel and turning on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. What is an abstract phoneme? An abstract phoneme is a mental representation of a speech sound that doesn't correspond to any specific physical sound. What is a concrete phoneme? A concrete phoneme is a specific physical sound that can be produced in speech. How are abstract and concrete phonemes related to each other? Abstract phonemes are related to concrete phonemes because they represent the mental concept of a sound, while concrete phonemes represent the actual physical production of the sound. Can abstract phonemes be pronounced? Abstract phonemes cannot be pronounced because they are not physical sounds, but rather mental representations of speech sounds. Why are abstract and concrete phonemes important in linguistics? Abstract and concrete phonemes are important in linguistics because they form the basis for the study of phonology, the branch of linguistics concerned with the systematic organization of sounds in language.